Hi everyone, I'm talking today about tips to prevent sexual assault, sexual harassment, and any unwanted or uninvited contact. So today my tip is about 3 ways to fend off any unwanted advance. I'm Susan Harrow, media and communications coach. For the past 28 years, I've trained thousands of people on verbal and non-verbal communications. I'm CEO of PRSecrets.com. I'm also a black belt in Aikido. These tips, some of them are coming from my course, True Shield, Verbal Self-Defense for Girls. And it's for women too, so it's not just for girls. But I've created the course so we could start teaching our daughters at a really young age how to protect and prevent any kind of unwanted touch or attention. So my tip today, number one, so the 3 ways to fend off any advance. Tip number one comes from a story from a new friend, and she is her name is CJ Scarlett, and she's a criminal justice expert. I am peeping at my notes right here because I wanted to tell her story. I love this story. She said, my stepdaughter taught me one of the most important lessons in my life. While visiting me at work at the North Carolina Attorney General's office one day, I took Amy, and she was age 8 then, by the way, into the building's cafeteria, which was managed by a blind man named Eddie. And she said, when we got to the counter with our sodas, Eddie said, "Oh, you sound like a sweetie pie. Come give Eddie a hug." And Amy quietly but firmly said, "No, thank you." We train ourselves, we train our daughters simply to say, "No, thank you. I don't want a hug. I don't want you to touch me or give me a kiss. No, thank you." And this is, again, where we want to create a little bit of distance. If somebody's leaning in to already do it, we want to step back and just say, "No, thank you." We can step out of the way, right? So whatever it is about paying attention to your surroundings and being able to move out of the situation. Simply, no, thank you. No explanation needed. The second tip that I have is called the pinky grab. So let's imagine that somebody touches you on the arm. I'm going to do it this way, actually. No, I think I'll do it this way. Okay, so is to grab the pinky and just pull. You don't have to do this super, super hard. So if somebody grabs, it's easier. Oh yeah, grab breast. Boom, got you. Squeeze, squeeze, grab it and pull it. This sends a very clear message. Do not touch me, right? You don't even have to say anything because it kind of hurts. And if you did it really fast, the pinky might break. So you want to be cognizant of that. Hurt a little bit, not to break unless it's an attacker who is really serious about doing you harm. If it's in the workplace, you're pulling it off, or school, you're pulling it off the pinky, right? That's number 2. Number 3, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember what I was coming up with number 3. Oh, right. Okay, so number 3 is the rib jab. So let's imagine you're like sitting on a couch and somebody flings their arm around you. That would be like more in a social situation, but it can even be in a work situation. You can just like do a really quick knuckle jab. It's either your first or your second knuckle, right there, jab it in the ribs. That's it. So you can just a really quick, just like that. It's, again, that's sort of subtle. So somebody's like already got their arm around you, boom, just like that. You can also kind of dig it in a little bit because it kind of tickles and hurts at the same time. Again, a clear message where you don't even need, it's a nonverbal thing that you don't even need to say. So those are my 3 tips today to fend off an unwanted advance of any kind. So I am part of the hashtag #MeToo movement, and I've also created a hashtag called #NotMe. That's where you come in, because I'd really love you to participate. A time when you spoke up for yourself or you spoke up for someone else, where you said no and you prevented any kind of advance or attack or whatever that may be, to share that. And I'm creating I was going to say a suppository. No, I am creating a repository for all of these things so we can all have them available to us, because right now the culture, the laws, and the policies are not protecting us as girls and women. So in the meantime, as a grassroots movement, I'm helping to share with you all of these kind of tips as a way to protect and protect yourselves and your daughters. If you like these tips, please subscribe. Also, I would love to hear from you. I'm going to be putting these on my website, prsecrets.com, and the course is True Shield, Verbal Self-Defense for Girls. And that can be licensed by any organization or school. So I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to talking to you next time.